Beverly Sassoon. Sassoon. Beverly Sassoon.
Hi, I'm Beverly Sassoon, and I'd like to welcome you to a fun, informative look into the world of beauty magic. I will share with you a series of my beauty basics, including how to choose the colors that are right for you, 3 basic steps to beautiful skin, how to choose a hairstyle that's right for your lifestyle, along with some easy exercises and some fun food facts that will keep your body in shape. We're going to learn how to put together a basic wardrobe that will take you from daytime efficiency to an elegant evening out. I hope you're as excited as I am to go on this transformation tour and finding a new and beautiful you. Beauty, glamour, and energy have always personified Eva Gabor. Let's visit with her in her home and ask her what some of her beauty secrets are. Eva?
It is not easy to be so-called beautiful. It takes an awful lot of work because beauty really doesn't come from the outside. I think a woman's duty is to make the most of her outside, what she can. But the real beauty comes from within. Because you can see the most lovely girls, or you can even look at a Renoir painting. Now, what is more beautiful than that? But after a while, you want to look at another painting. And that goes with women. Unless you have a lot to give from within, you're not beautiful and you don't stay beautiful.
I think that more than anything else, people should do things for themselves. I think it's fine because there's so many things that you have to do. It's fine to do things for other people. Generally, we all have to work, and that's something that we have to do. But then when you come home or when you have that free time, if you enhance yourself, you bring so much to other people and you bring so much to yourself. You glow.
I think that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, so the definition rests with them. But I do think that it's important that to be beautiful, we're all blessed with different attributes, but it all depends on what you have going on inside and how you feel about yourself and how you feel about what you're doing with your life. And I think all of that reflects, in how you feel and how you look. And if you're feeling terrific about who you are and what you're doing, that makes a lot of difference.
Color. The magic in everything we see is an essential basic that every woman should know in achieving her own personal beauty. Color analysis is an understanding of what your physical colorations are, which are the real hues of your hair, your skin, and your eyes. And once you know these, you can choose the right colors in both your makeup and your wardrobe and enhance the natural beauty that you possess. Do you have warm skin with golden undertones, or do you have cool skin with blue undertones? Here's a simple test that can help you to find out. Put a piece of silver jewelry on one arm and a piece of gold jewelry on the other arm. Now, look into the mirror, holding your palms to your face. By holding the jewelry to a mirror, you can see that the silver bracelet makes my hand appear clear and even-toned. On the other hand, the gold jewelry brings out discoloration, such as redness. It makes my skin look muddy. But if you're a warm-toned woman, you'll find the opposite to be true. The gold will bring out life, and the silver will bring out the imperfections. My skin actually has a blue undertone to it, and therefore I'm considered a cool-toned woman. If you have the coloration that is characteristic of Asian, Hispanic, or medium to dark black woman, you're most likely a cool-toned woman. If you have the coloration that is characteristic of a medium to light-skinned black, a Scandinavian, or Irish redhead, you're most likely a warm-toned woman. To be more specific, take a long look at yourself in a hand mirror, near natural daylight if possible. Now look closely at your skin, hair, and eyes without makeup. And follow me through the chart with the cool-toned woman. Now, you're considered a cool-toned woman if your skin is white with delicate pink, beige, olive, rose, or blue-black. This is Mona, a woman with cool coloration. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin that has blue undertone. Now when Mona is wearing peach and orange tone makeup as shown here, she looks plain and pale. However, when she's wearing royal blue with cool toned makeup, orchid pink lipstick, and pink rouge, she looks radiant. Mona's cool tone colors are those that complement her natural beauty. This is Dory, and like most Asians, she is a cool-toned woman. When she wears peach, we see that it draws vitality from her face. But when she wears red, her face comes alive. The cool-toned woman should shop for clear reds, blues, purples, black, and white. If you haven't identified your skin color yet, you're a warm-toned woman. Now, you're considered a warm-toned woman if your skin is ivory, golden beige, dark beige, or golden black. And the warm-toned woman possesses delicate, pure colors of spring and needs living color in her makeup and wardrobe to keep her delicate beauty alive and captivating. This is Deborah. She's a redhead with fair, warm-toned skin. We can see how pink lips and cheeks and purple shadow clash with her skin and hair. When dressed in blue, a harsh contrast is created. Much more flattering to her are the warm shades of peach, which will give her face a beautiful glow. Remember, if you're a warm-toned woman, avoid black, pure white, and dark muted colors. Stick with those that are warmer and more subtle. Determining and understanding your skin tone is a fundamental step in enhancing your natural beauty. Now, let's consider the basics for daytime and evening makeup. All of these basics apply for every face shape, whether it's round, rectangular, oval, pear-shaped, square, or diamond. I'd like you to meet Ken Gonzalez. Ken is our makeup artist, and he's been in Los Angeles for many years working with celebrities and women at home. He helps them, and he will help you to discover how to enhance your natural beauty through the use of makeup. Let's begin by finding out what your face shape is. Now, pull your hair back to reveal your face, and follow along with me as we look at our 6 models one at a time to see which face shape most resembles yours. In the basic round face, there aren't really any predominant features. Instead, the temples and jawline are accentuated, and the basic overall impression is one of fullness.
Hello, this is Cheryl here. She is our round-faced person. So what we're going to do is teach you how to correct your round face. So we can see that a round face is very full along the jaw, as well as very full on the forehead. So what we want to do is counteract and create the opposite shaped face. We want to have a longer face. So we want to create lightness here, minimize the fullness here and here. So we're going to create that with foundations. Take away any kind of discolorations under the eyes, blending it all the way out to bring out the cheekbones, minimizing the jawline. Blending it up on the sides of the nose and out to the cheekbones. Alright, so we've now put on the cream concealer. We've placed it on the forehead, the chin, under the eyes, blending it all the way out to the cheekbones to highlight that center triangle. Now we're ready for the foundations to correct her face shape. Again, we're using a darker and a lighter foundation. I'm going to get the darker foundation, which is one shade deeper than her skin tone. And we're going to place this fullness of her temples, as well as the fullness of her jawline, keeping the chin clear, because we want to elongate the face. And then we just blend the foundation. Also, if you find that you have a fullness under your chin, on your neck, you could bring the darker foundation right down here too. And then with your lighter foundation, we're going to use this in the center of the face, the same places we use the concealer. Bringing it under the eyes, the nose, right here. And then again, blend it. And then you'd lightly powder it with your translucent powder. Alright, so now that we have corrected her face shape with foundations, we're going to do the same thing with a contour powder as well as blush to soften the temples as well as the jawline. We're going to place it up on the fullness here. Using your nose as a guideline, you're bringing it right under the cheekbone, blending it along the fullness of the jaw, keeping the chin clear. You could bring it up and under into the neckline.
Let's review the placement of your makeup for the round face. First, apply your concealer. Then your contour powder. Then your blush. A rectangular face is longer than it is wide. Now, the basic principle lies in accentuating the cheekbones and bringing out the middle third of the face.
We can see that a rectangle face is longer than it is wider. So we need to minimize the fullness of the forehead, minimize the fullness of the jaw, and the chin. So we want to create a triangle of lightness with the lips and the eyes and the cheekbone. So we just want to emphasize this area here and warm the rest of the face. Bringing it under the eye, blending it all the way out to the cheekbones. And again, using a sponge, which you end up using a lot less makeup, and it blends it out much better than your hands. And you could also bring a little bit just right up here above the eyebrows. So after we have highlighted the center of her face, then we're going to contour her face with foundations. Place it on the skin, the jawline, and on the chin. So it's almost like placing it where a man's beard would be. We want to shade this away. And right up here. Again, blending it into the temples and the frontal bone of the eye. Now we're going to continue to correct the face shape using powder, such as the temples and the forehead. You may also use this instead of foundations to create warmth up here. Also, using the nose as a guideline, back of the bone, softening the fullness of the jawline, the chin. You may also bring it right under the neck. Nose, back of the bone, forward. Stopping the outer corner of the eye. I'm going to get a lighter color blush into the peach family and giving her a glow. Bring it a little closer into the cheek, but we're still not seeing a definite line.
Let's review the placement of your makeup for the rectangular face. First, apply your concealer. Then contour powder. And then your blush. The oval face is considered the most aesthetically balanced face. And as with all shapes, you'll want to bring out the center part of your face to accentuate your best features.
Always blending the concealer to the outer part of the cheekbone. Looking up. And you could also use your concealer to disguise any kind of blemishes and anything that you may not want to see, especially on the temples. Just placing it right there. Using your nose as a guideline, back of the jaw, the chin. We're almost just framing the face and then blending it. All right. Then we'll get our lighter foundation and place that in the center of the face to accentuate her cheekbones, so it all blends together and she looks very natural. Then after you have the foundations on, I'm going to get translucent powder applied with a sponge. We're using a brown, light brown shade, and we're going into the fullness of her forehead, using the nose as a guideline to bring on her cheekbones, starting from the back of the bone blending forward, outer corner of the eye. You could also bring a little bit on the chin. So we're just framing her face. Nose again, and forward. Then I'll get a lighter shade, possibly a peach or a soft pink, just to kind of give a glow to her skin. Bringing it a little bit closer to the center of the eye and just fading it.
Let's review the placement of your makeup for the oval face. First, apply your concealer. Then your contour powder. And then your blush. The pear-shaped face has a wide jawline that actually becomes the major focus of the face. Because of the thinner temples, contouring and softening is important here to bring the face into balance.
So what we want to do is counteract this kind of shape and bring the fullness up into this area. So how we do that is we're going to get our concealer. We're going to place it where we want the light to reflect off of, such as under the eye, the nose, staying away from anywhere in the jaw area, center of the forehead. I'm getting the darker foundation, and we're going to place it along her full jawline, even on the chin, and you could bring a little bit in the upper part of the forehead. And then blend this out. And right along here. And then getting your lighter foundation and going right across the area that we use the concealer. Cheekbones, nose, you could even put it inside the crease of the eye. And then blend that out. Also, the temples. We want to minimize the full jawline. And we're going to bring it right down here on the chin, right here on the other side. And also we can bring a little bit center of the forehead. All right, now for blush, we want to again use the nose as a guideline. If we bring the blush too high on a pear-shaped face, then you're going to accentuate the fullness. What you want to do is cut it in half, so the emphasis is on the cheekbones.
Let's review the placement of your makeup for the pear-shaped face. First, apply your concealer. Then your contour powder. And your blush. The diamond-shaped face is a difficult shape to manage because there are so many points that fight for attention. The chiseled features, the points at the chin, the cheeks, and the forehead all need special care.
So we want to bring the features forward, we want to minimize the jawline slightly, and possibly a little bit of the temples. So with that, we're going to use foundations to correct that. First thing we're going to use is a concealer, a cream concealer, which is made for discolorations, redness, brownness, anything that you want to have disappear. So I'm going to get some of this concealer. We're bringing it in the center of the face to create that lightness in the center. So I'm bringing it, look up for me, bringing it under her eyes, the sides of her nose, and whenever you use any kind of cover-up, always blend it all the way out to the cheekbone, so we don't see where it begins or ends, so we don't have any kind of raccoon circle of lightness that some people get into. So it goes under the eyes, any kind of discolorations, the chin, blemishes. It's better to use 2-color foundations to create more of a natural appearance than using one. One foundation almost has a feel of a mask because it's one color. But everybody's face is many different shades. So if you use 2 colors, it looks more natural, and you find that it just looks better. So I'm going to get a color that's 1 shade warmer than her skin tone, which is a water base. And we're going to use this in the areas we want to minimize, such as the temples, the jawline. And we're keeping the center of her face, that triangle, we're keeping that clear. You can also put it on the frontal bones of the eyes. You want to set back this bone. You don't want this bone to come forward. So you could definitely bring it on the bone, blend it up. All right, then you'd get a foundation color that is very close to her natural color. And you could just bring this the same areas that we use the cover-up. Like I said, there may be days where you don't want to use that cover-up, so you could just use the normal foundation color. And blend that again. With a sponge. I prefer using a sponge because when you use your fingers, you'll find that you have a lot of oil on your hands. And you bring the oil up to your face, and before you know it, that might be the cause of some blemishes too. So it's better to keep it sanitary. Okay. So the skin we don't really see light and dark. It starts to kind of blend together. So after you do that, you can stop right there. Get your translucent powder, preferably one that doesn't have a color. And I prefer putting it on with a sponge. I find that if you use a brush to put powder on, it lays on the surface and it appears kind of flaky and artificial. So put it right on, just press it into the skin. Okay, so now we have her foundation on. Now what you can do is then get a brush and then just buff any of the excess powder off. Alright, so now that we've completed correcting the face shape with foundations, we're going to work with contouring. Jawline. Same with over here. And you may put some on the chin for a diamond-shaped face if you find it protrudes. And again, the temples. Also on the frontal bone if you like. Alright, so we've now created a little bit more of a warmth to her skin. If you don't care to wear foundation, you could create the same a highlight and shading of the face by using just the powder itself. All right, let's put some color on her face. Again, a sable hair brush. Now, the placement of your blush is very similar to most all face shapes. The difference is we're going to be working with your nose and your cheekbones. Your nose is the guideline to where your cheekbone starts. So you never want to start your blush in the center of the face and work backwards. You will get yourself an eyewear rouge spot. So you always want to start from the back of the bone and blending forward. Use your nose as a guideline, back of the cheekbone, start from back here and come forward. You're coming to like the corner of the eye.
Let's review the placement of your makeup for the diamond face. First, apply your concealer. Then your contour powder. And your blush. A square-shaped face has very little emphasis on the cheekbones because the temples and the jawline are the strongest part of the face. Now, softening these areas allows interest to focus in closer to the eyes, nose, and mouth area.
So what we need to do is we need to stretch it out. We want to make it appear longer. So we want to bring lightness on the cheekbones, center of the forehead, and on the chin. So we could create that with our concealer. But what the concealer can also do is minimize any kind of a puffiness, any kind of discoloration, anything that you don't want to see. Now, if you have a puffiness under the eyes, you don't want to put the concealer over the entire area because that will bring it forward. You want to bring the cover up right where the shadow is most predominant, right in that area. We'll bring it right along this, top of the forehead, the chin, any kind of lines that you want to minimize. And you get your sponge, and we're going to blend this. Look up. Look up again. Blend it all the way up into the temples, especially if this area recedes in this spot, you want to go right up into that area. Look up again. Okay. So now that we've minimized any kind of discoloration or anything you may not want to see, then we can work with shaping this face. Again, we're going to be using two color foundations. The deeper one is going to go in the areas that we want to minimize. So for a square, right up here, square parts of the forehead, square parts of the jawline, and then blend it, keeping the chin clear. You also could bring it right under the neck too. Whenever you are adding a darker foundation, we're not allowing light to reflect off of it, so your eye will not look in this area. Okay. Then I'll get the lighter foundation. Same spots that we use the concealer. Cheekbones. Now with the liquid foundation, you can go over the concealer and up near the eye shape, because this is not as light as the concealer. So it's almost like a diamond of lightness. Lightness here, cheekbones, and then down to the chin. Then we're getting our powder, placing it with a sponge. Look up. Again, we're going same places that we used the warmer foundation. The squareness of her temples, keeping the center light, using her nose as a guideline, back of the cheekbone, and bringing it forward right along the square jaw. Again, using a sable-haired brush. With a square-shaped face, you don't want to bring the blush too high, because that way you're going to take away the emphasis. We're bringing on the cheekbones and bring our attention back on the squareness of her face. So we need to use, again, the nose as your guideline, bringing it to the back of the cheekbone, and come forward to the corner of the eye. Same here, back here, and forward. And then getting a softer peach color and giving her more of a glow.
Let's review the placement of your makeup for the square face. First, apply your concealer. Then your contour powder. And your blush.
But the thing is that you find out what's really good, then you bring focus on that. If a woman, if in her face, her eyes are the most beautiful, then you spend a lot of time to find out what's the right shadow, what is the right mascara, how you should do it. And nowadays, you know, it's wonderful because even very young girls know how to do their eyes. And so they concentrate on the eyes. If your skin is the most beautiful, then you concentrate on that. And my experience is the less makeup, the better. You know, when I studied acting and my teacher told me, please, Eva, not so much talent.
That's right.
You know, and that goes for makeup too. Please, not so much makeup. The less, the better.
All right, so now that we've completed the color on the face, now we'll go to the eyes. Eyebrows, the most important part of the feature. We want to correct the shape. Again, using powder. As you see in her brows, they start to fade off as you come to the outer corner. So it's very important that we want to complete the shape. A little bit more in here. Now for the eyeliner, as you can see with her eye shape, the eye has more of a downswing to it. It's bringing it down. We want to create the opposite shape eye, bringing it up. Again, trying to create that slow almond eye. I'm getting the eyeliner color. Look down. We're going right into the inner corner of the eye and gradually bring it to the outer crease. And then getting it dry, bringing it right over the shape. Getting your clean fluff brush, blending it up into the crease area. Circular motion. It also was a nice massage to your eye. In your eyes. All right, now we're going to go under the eye. Look into the, okay. Look up. For her eye shape, instead of starting from the outer 1/3, we're going to start in the inner corner to drop this and to lift the outer corner up. Look up. Now, if you find that your table is very open like hers is, it's a perfect eye shape to use a pencil in the inside outer 1/2. So now we're seeing the eye go up. And then you could also bring a little bit of the liner color under the eye after you put the pencil in. All right. Now we're going to be using a matte finish medium tone, such as an orchid shade, bringing it her entire frontal area. Looking up, and again, under the liner, under the eye. Now we're going to go to a medium tone shading color, such as, let's use a charcoal. Starting from the outer 1/3, blending from the liner to the crease. Then with your eyes open, looking into your mirror, with your eyebrows relaxed, you're going to place it right over the fullness. Just to frame the eye. Okay, then we could get the same blush color we used on her cheeks, bring a little bit of on top. With her eye shape, she could also use a frost on her lid. And you could place it right in the center. And then I'm going to get a cool green shade and bring it right in the outer 1/3 of the lid for an accent color. And a little bit of mascara, and her eyes are done. Now for the eyes. First off, the eyebrows. We're going to comb the eyebrows down because I find her eyebrows are very long and they seem to curl up. By combing them down, you can see the hairs that are longer. What you do is you get some scissors, keeping the brows down, and we're going to trim off the longer hairs. This is very good to do about once a month. Now we can see with Brenda's eyes how they stop short and the crease continues out farther. Now we want to accentuate her eyes, so for her eye shape, we could bring the line all the way out to go to the crease. Then using your clean fluff brush, blending the liner up into the crease. All right, now for under the eyes. The same product. Looking up. Starting at the outer 1/3. Then we get a lightener. Looking up. To make our eyes appear larger. Bring it into the inner corner of the table. You could also bring it in the outer corner of the table. I'm going to blend that in. And then using the same product, looking up. Now, Brenda has deep set eyes, so we don't want to pay too much attention or put any amount of color into the inside of the eye, because it already has a natural shadow. So if anything, we want to not emphasize that. Looking up. So we could emphasize the outer 1/3. Okay. Then I'm going to get the actual shading color. Lash curler, looking down, back of the lashes, work your way out. And being that she is a warm person, I'm going to use a dark brown mascara instead of a black. Looking up. Bring it in on the bottom lashes first. And then, when she's looking down, I'll bring it on the top.
Well, I try to look for my natural assets. I think my biggest asset, of course, are my eyes. They're large, and I try to highlight them softly for daytime, darken the shades for evening. I love earth tones, and they reflect my moods. They're soft tones, they're quiet. And then sometimes I like to get into the reds, the burgundies, depending on how I really feel. And I think with the evening, by darkening the shadow and accenting it, making it a little more dramatic, then you get the feeling, the sultriness that you want for evening. For daytime, I like natural tones, wide-eyed peaches and mauves, different shades like that.
Now I'll show you what you can do for your eyes for a little bit of drama for the evening. Working with the same shape of eye that we've created. You can use a little bit of black after you put on your basic eye color, accentuating the eye shape by bringing a little bit of darkness on the line. Looking up. Again, put it underneath the eye. For the other side, looking down. Then getting a darker medium tone color with your eyes open and framing your eyes again. Bringing emphasis on the fullness above the crease. And then if you feel like adding any kind of color, looking down, bringing it right in the outer corner of the lid. And again, applying your blush in the frontal bone. And voila. So since we've brought some drama to her eyes, we have to bring it to her lips also. So I first place the lip liner, then we're going to blend that pencil out. And since she is a warm tone, rich coral colors are very dramatic on her. Then to add a bit of a highlight to the lips, I'm going to get a little bit of gloss, a gold gloss, and let's bring it on the mouth here. And there you have it.
Face shapes do vary more than we've described, but you can adapt these principles to your own face using these basic examples. So, as always, experimentation is the key. Use these contouring and coloring ideas and you will be amazed at the stunning results.
National attention.
Every time you look in your closet for something to wear and find nothing, you know your wardrobe isn't working. So you might ask, what is a working wardrobe? A working wardrobe is one that is designed to work for your lifestyle. You need clothes that work with all the activities in your daily life. And you probably have a limited time to shop. So my idea is to take some time to organize your wardrobe. Now I'm going to show you a basic wardrobe that will take you anywhere. Every time you buy an outfit and take it home and find that you don't have the right handbag or shoes, something isn't working. Now, if you have jackets that work well with only one skirt, or skirts that only look right with one top, and clothes that only seem to work for the office and never look right for going out to dinner, your wardrobe just isn't working for you. Now, if you stand in front of a packed closet every morning and can't figure out what to wear, you don't have a working wardrobe. But now it's time to change all that. Before we put together your basic wardrobe, let's look at the colors that will work for you. Now, there are neutral and basic colors for the cool and warm tone woman that should be considered when building your basic wardrobe. The neutral shades for the cool tone woman are white, black, navy, gray, and blue-gray. The basic colors are burgundy, true red, true blue, emerald green, and purple. The warm-toned woman's neutral shades are ivory, golden brown, gold, warm gray, and olive. Now the basic colors are orange red, coral, periwinkle blue, rust, and moss green. Your jacket is the first purchase you should make. Now this suit jacket or blazer should be in a neutral, solid color. And because this is the backbone of your wardrobe, the fabric should be good quality and the tailoring should be stylish but not too trendy. The next item is the skirt that can be the same color as the jacket or a contrasting neutral. And it's best to keep it solid, but a tweed will work if it's not too elaborate. Now, for pants, the same rule applies. A solid is more versatile than a tweed. These pants should be of good fabric, wool for winter, cotton or linen for summer, or gabardine for all year round. Our next item to purchase is the dress. Now, this first dress should be very versatile for the daytime or for the evening. Keep the style simple and the color solid in one of the neutrals or basics of your colors. Wool blends, jerseys, ultra suedes are all good choices, while jerseys, silk-like blends, and cotton knits are more flexible for warmer climates. And once you've purchased the first dress, you can then jazz it up with accessories such as printed scarves, jewelry, and belts. Now, let's move on to blouses. You should have 3 different style blouses. First, a tailored blouse in solid, neutral, or basic colors to go with your pants, skirt, and jacket. Now, a second blouse can be more casual in a print or plaid, or a solid accent color. This casual blouse will turn your jacket and pants or skirt ensemble into a suit that can go to any sporting event, while still being appropriate enough for work or casual occasions. Blouse number 3, the dressy blouse, is one you can have fun with. Look for a shimmering sheer fabric with a bow at the neck or a blousey pleated cut. This, along with your skirt and pants, becomes a dressy outfit. Now this blouse should also be in a neutral color and can later be worn with a cocktail skirt or pants when you begin to add to your basic wardrobe. Choose a sweater or vest in a basic color. Now you can add an evening sweater as another dimension to your wardrobe. Wear your sweaters in sporty, casual, and dressy situations and have fun with them. When looking for your basic coat, choose a functional coat in the neutral color with a zip-out lining. As your budget allows, you can add a wool coat. Now you'll probably need an evening coat too. And a velvet coat or a fur would be the perfect finishing touch to complete your total look. Notice that once you have all of your coordinating pieces of your basic wardrobe, how well they intermix. Your jacket goes with your pants, skirt, and dress. And your blouse goes with everything. As you build from the skeleton, you can add more colors. Even one new blouse in a vibrant color will add a new dimension to your wardrobe. It makes sense to acquire the things you need the most first. And later you can add that slinky at-home outfit you saw in the lingerie store, or some new fabulous fashion fad item that you fell in love with. And later you can add more dimension and fun elements to your basic wardrobe. Remember, the purpose of your colors, aside from enhancing your natural beauty, is to simplify your life. Your basic wardrobe elements will deliver to you a wardrobe that really works, one that you can feel beautiful in every day, anywhere.
You know, I won an award this year to be the best dressed woman by Mr. Blackwell. He always used to choose me as the worst. And you know, he was right. It took me really forever to learn what's right for me. One thing I did learn, you never follow fashion. You never follow Vogue and Harper's. Because if you look at these magazines and you look at the models, they may be 14. I mean, by 16 they're passé. We already saw them. And what doesn't look good on a paper slim 16 years old who's 6 foot tall? I happen to be 5'2". I am built like a European. I'm, round. I never will have long legs. I've always wanted long legs. I never will have them. So what's the use of looking at these great beauties and say, well, this is the dress I want? Just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
For my daytime mood, I have simple accessories. And if I want to create a more daring atmosphere, I just simply change my accessories.
I like to put the belt on low, give her a longer, more evening look. And if you're wearing plain shoes, it's good to always buy a clip or two and keep them in your bag and just put them on your shoes. Just a little glitter, a bit of color to change her look.
And I'm ready for anything.
Now, if you want to make a bolder personal statement, your jewelry is the key. The only hint I can give you here is that the metals in your jewelry are most important. White metals harmonize with the cool tone woman. Gold metals harmonize with the warm tone woman. Remember, when accessorizing your outfit, buy the earrings first because they add the final touch to your look.
It's 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, and now it's time to get loose. Booze all day, gonna dance through the night, blowing our cares away, looking like it's alright. Music playing, gonna dance through the night, keeps us swaying, gonna dance through the night. The party's just beginning, the band's about to play. We don't need a reason for waiting to dance the night away. Stepping out down in the street, or raising hell in time. Took the night in the front seat and take it for a ride. All day, gonna dance through the night, blowing our cares away. Don't you know it's alright? The music playing, gonna dance through the night, keeps us swaying, gonna dance through the night. Listen all around you, music's in the air. Now it's time to let yourself go, dancing anywhere. Stepping out down in the street, raising hell inside. Tuck the night in the front seat and take it for a ride. All day, gonna dance through the night, blowing our cares away. Looking like it's alright.
Your hair is so personal. I could wake up on an off day, and if my hair looks terrible, I look terrible. But if I wake up and my hair looks terrific, I look terrific. Your hair is essential to a more beautiful you. Taking care of your hair means keeping it clean and conditioned. Choosing a style that complements you and fits in with your lifestyle is extremely important. Your hairstyle, whether it's long or short, curly or straight, showcases your features and expresses the importance that you place on looking your very best. Your hair should shine with health, vitality, and your personal style. Here are some tips for you to remember for wet hair. Comb, never brush wet hair because brushing can snap the wet hair shafts. Always use a wide tooth comb with round, smooth teeth that won't snag your hair from the ends. Now comb, working out the tangles at the bottom of the hair shaft. When all the tangles are out, gently run the comb through your hair from the roots down to the ends. When washing your hair, avoid hot water, and when you dry your hair with a blow dryer, keep it on low, because too much heat will stimulate your oil glands, not dry them out. Now, if your hair is dry, you must treat it gently. Use electric rollers if you have to, only once or twice a week. After washing your hair, pat it dry, never rub it vigorously. The most important step in your beauty routine is to keep your combs and brushes very clean. About once a week, soak plastic combs and brushes in a solution of any strong household cleaner to 2 quarts of warm water for an hour. For natural bristles, though, use a solution of diluted shampoo. Rinse the combs and brushes thoroughly after soaking them, and then dry them with a clean towel. Do you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and ask yourself, what am I going to do with my hair? Well, each of these women did. Now let's find out how they solved their hairstyling problems by creating efficient daytime and dazzling evening looks. This is Mona.
Hello, here we have Mona, who is a cool and who has a diamond-shaped face. Now for her hairstyle, to correctly bring out her face shape, what we need to keep in mind is we want to bring out the center of her face. So it's very important for her to have her hair framing her face. And because of her neck shape, we really cannot have her hair being pulled up because we zero in on her neck before we see her face. So it's very important for her to have hair framing her neck, but still also lifting and framing her cheekbones.
This is Cora.
Here we have Cora, who is a cool, and her face shape, she has a round face shape. So what we want to do is we want to elongate her face. So right now she has a part in the center of the head which makes the face appear wider. So we want to give more of an asymmetrical part, and we want to bring fullness on the outer 1/3 above her cheekbones. And you can keep the length of her hair.
This is Deborah.
Here we have Deborah, who is warm coloring. Her face shape is a rectangle or possibly an oblong shape. So what we need to do to her is to bring out more width to her face. By having a center part, it makes the face appear longer. So we need to break that up, give more of an asymmetrical part, bring a little bit more fullness on the sides, and we'll start to bring out her face.
This is Dawn.
Here we have Dawn, who is of cool coloring with a pear-shaped face. And what we want to do to correct it is to give more of an asymmetrical part to bring more attention to the upper 1/3 of the face, bring fullness outside of the cheekbones, minimizing the jawline.
This is Michelle.
Here we have Michelle, who is a oval-shaped face. And as we can see, her cheekbones are a lot fuller than her temples. She kind of recedes in this area. So instead of having her hair full in this area, we want to lift it to bring the fullness on the area of her temples to accentuate her bone structure. So we want something more like that.
A point to remember, take the time to find a good stylist. And keep an eye out for someone whose hairstyle you admire and ask them who does their hair. Most people are flattered to be asked and are happy to share this information. You can cover your hair and your body shape, but your skin has nowhere to hide. Your skin is a reflection of you. In your daily skincare program, you want to achieve clean, clear, healthy-looking skin. Your first step in skincare is determining your skin type. Now, no one has skin exactly like anyone else. So in order for your beauty program to work effectively, your routine must be designed to meet the individual needs of your skin. Now, there are basically 4 skin types: dry, normal, oily, and combination. And 3 basic steps to caring for your particular skin type are cleansing, toning, and moisturizing. The type of skin that you have determines how you should care for it. A clear base soap will gently loosen and remove the soils that can dull the surface of your skin. You should use a circular motion, moving from the neck to the face to the forehead. Next, rinse with warm water and gently pat dry, being very careful not to tug at your skin. Now the next step is to tone and freshen your skin. This important step refines your pores, stimulates circulation, and removes any residue of previously used products. Moisten a cotton ball with just a few drops of freshener and apply it with gentle upward and outward strokes. To be careful though to avoid the eye and mouth areas. And the final step is to moisturize your thirsty skin. Every type of skin needs moisturizing both morning and evening. It soothes, lubricates, and conditions, helping to conceal fine lines while retaining that precious moisture. Remember to cleanse, tone, and moisturize each evening, no matter how tired you may feel. Let your skin breathe all night, and it will glow in the morning, and all day through. The only way to see if something works for you is to try it. Now here are some recipes for masks that can be put together in your own kitchen. And your husband or your boyfriend can use them too. There are different kinds of masks to be used for different purposes. Now the first recipe is for the oatmeal mask, which is helpful in removing flaky skin and surface blackheads. Moisten a cup of raw oatmeal with enough water to make a paste. Put it on your face and avoid the eye area. Then let it dry. Massage it off gently after about 10 minutes and rinse your face with warm water. Our next recipe is the honey and almond mask, which is more of a face softener than a cleanser. And the first step is to heat 2 tablespoons of almond oil and honey and allow it to cool to a comfortable temperature. Apply it to your face and let it remain on for about 15 minutes. Remove with a warm cloth and follow up with a moisturizer. The final mask recipe that I'll share with you is the egg mask. Whip the white of an egg to a froth and apply it over your face and allow it to remain on for about 10 minutes. Remove it with a warm, wet cloth. And this mask, when followed with a moisturizer, seems to soften the lines by cleansing the accumulated dead skin cells away. Have fun with these recipes and pass them on to your friends.
I happen to be allergic to everything that's expensive. Only in makeup. Only. The moment it is expensive, they put perfume in it, and I'm allergic to that. So I use the most inexpensive creams to clean my face, and I use water. I don't use soap. There are some soaps which you can use, which really has the oil in it. I have very dry skin.
One of the most important parts that is played in keeping the skin fit, if we can use that word, is cleansing. There is nothing better for the skin, especially teenage skin. We stress this because with teenagers, there is the habit of experimenting with cosmetics at a very, very early age, especially in young girls. So for this reason, a thorough cleansing is always very, very beneficial with teenage facial care. One of the best ways to cleanse the skin for tender, delicate skin, such as Dawn's, is to use what we call a buff puff. The buff is used in a gentle, circular motion around the areas that are clogged with blackheads or whiteheads. The use of the facial buff is to gently remove the layers of bacteria, dead cells that have been clogged in the pores of the skin. Now, you would use the facial buff with your on-liquid soapy cleanser, the cleanser of your choice that works better for you. You suds it, buff with it, and rinse.
During the day when I'm at home, I put on a sunblock and a big straw hat. I play tennis and I swim in my hat. I mean, this place is famous for the story. You know, you can't look in here. And I swim with my big hat and my gloves and nothing else.
Oh.
Because in between it doesn't matter. and one day I looked up and behind one of the trees there were two men looking down. And I said to myself, I'm going to shrivel away because I can't come out of here. The way I look, no way. Finally, they said, "Hi, Eva." And I called back and I said, "Not Eva, Jaja."
Oh, no.
And I came out.
Oh, you did?
I did. But I would be still swimming.
Yes, who has the more staying power, right? You really have to stay out of the sun.
I see them lying out in the sun and putting cream on their face. It's like broiling a steak, you know. And it is the most awful thing because it gives you brown spots, it gives you wrinkles. It's lovely to lie in the sun, but there are so many lovely things to do which are bad for you, so you can't do them. Life is a compromise if you want to be a pretty lady.
You know, your hands can show age faster than anywhere else on your body. Water, detergent, and household cleaning agents are all abrasives, and they take their toll. You should wear rubber gloves when you work in the kitchen and cotton gloves when you do your housework. And tobacco stains on your fingers can be removed with lemon juice or peroxide. And if you start now with a protective program, your hands will remain youthful always. Let's begin our manicure. First, remove any old polish with polish remover and a cotton ball. Then, using warm soapy water, soak your nails for about 2 minutes to soften the cuticles. While your fingers are wet, take your nail brush to clean any excess dirt. Next, massage the nails with cuticle cream, then with a cotton-wrapped orange stick, gently push back the cuticles. If you have a torn cuticle, snip off only the loose flap of skin with a cuticle nipper. Never cut your cuticle. Now, holding the finer side of an emery board at a 45-degree angle to the nail, file toward the center in one direction only. And try not to file into the corners of your nails because they'll split and break easily. The object is to achieve an oval or a square shape. Now that your nails are manicured, let's put on the polish. Start with your clear base coat. Polish the backs of the nails as well as the front to protect the tips from cracking. Wait 5 minutes, then apply a coat of your selected polish color. You can then put them in chilled water to set your polish quickly. Now apply a top coat of your clear sealer. And to keep your manicure in perfect shape, apply another coat of color and a coat of sealer twice a week. At the end of 2 weeks, begin again with your basic manicure and let your nails breathe overnight before applying color. To give yourself such a manicure, you'll need the following tools. A bowl filled with warm soapy water, emery boards, I use the fine side to file your nails, an orange stick with a tip wrapped in sterile cotton or cotton tip swabs, cotton balls, nail buffer, polish remover, nail brush, hand towel, cuticle cream, nail polish, sealer, and clear base coating. Begin your at-home pedicure by first removing all the old polish with polish remover. Next, soak your feet in warm, soapy water for 10 minutes. Rinse and pat dry. Now rub cuticle cream into your toenails. While you're waiting for the cuticles to soften, file or clip your toenails straight across. Once that's completed, use a cotton-wrapped orange stick to gently push the cuticle back. Rub the heels and sides of your foot with a pumice stone to remove the dry, dead skin. A soothing massage with a moisturizer or body lotion will feel delicious at this point and soften your skin. And now the crowning touch, the polish. Choose a color to clear polish and carefully apply it to your toes. Now, to give yourself a professional pedicure, you will need the following tools. Polish remover, bowl of soapy water, hand towel, cuticle cream, file or toenail clippers, cotton-wrapped orange stick, cotton balls, pumice stone, lotion, clear polish, and color polish. Remember, take that special time for yourself. Apply these techniques and tools for proper skincare, manicure, and pedicure. You'll see the difference in the way you feel about yourself, and so will those around you. Love yourself a little. You deserve it. You would be amazed at how many people today still don't connect their beauty and good health to their eating habits and lifestyle habits. Outer beauty is best represented by what you eat and what you think. And you wouldn't fly on an airplane that had second-rate fuel, so why continue to put second-rate fuel in your body? Here are some tips to help bring about positive changes and to help you get started in living a refreshing, healthy life.
Natural. I deal with health foods a lot. I don't use white sugar. I don't use white flour. I don't use anything that's overprocessed. I feel that your body has to be able to assimilate what you put in it. And the key to being beautiful, the key to feeling well is being well. You have to take care of your health. That means you have to watch what you eat because you are what you eat. That is really true. I think we're made up of all the ingredients and things that we put into our bodies, and that's why I use herbs and try as much as possible not to have to deal with medication. Every now and then we do have to deal with that, but I think that adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, still works. I think fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, steamed, where you don't cook all the vitamins out of it, are very important. I think that if we eat well, we feel well, because time alone deteriorates you. If you haven't been taking care of your system, you're going to have a breakdown like anything else. So that's what I advocate. If I feel well, then I'm going to automatically have a glow. My skin's going to look well. My eyes are going to look well. I don't smoke. I used to smoke. I stopped. I saw a tremendous difference when I stopped smoking. I don't drink. An occasional glass of wine, and I do mean occasional, because it just takes you down. Alcohol is really doesn't really work for you very well. Now and then is not bad, and that's hard for me to say because I do have a club, but I do serve juices in my club. I do serve cranberry juice, as a matter of fact. You make nice drinks with it. It's non-alcoholic, and I have that available to my patrons because I think it's very important to do that. I think people should be able to come out and enjoy entertainment and not necessarily have to get high or get drunk.
An essential element of good nutrition is learning how to properly cook your food to retain its valuable vitamins and minerals. Here's a cooking tip when preparing vegetables. First, you need a vegetable steamer like this one. Then, take your cut vegetables and place them in the steamer. Next, place the vegetable steamer in a pan of boiling water. Reduce the heat and cover and cook until tender, but not more than 5 minutes, because overcooking will destroy the vegetable's vitamins and minerals. Try to drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. And water truly is a beauty necessity that helps to flush out all the toxins from your system and give you a clean, clear, healthy-looking skin. When you're shopping for vegetables and fruit, be sure to select fresh or frozen over canned, because the more food is processed, the less nutritious it is. Another good rule to follow is to eat fruit by itself instead of with a meal. This makes it easier for your body to absorb the vitamins and minerals, and it puts them into your system immediately. You'll feel lighter and better because you're practicing a little energy conservation. Remember, eating plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables will give your skin a wonderful, radiant glow.
I don't eat meat and very, very little chicken. I can't think of any in the last year. Occasionally fish, but I love vegetables and rice, and I eat a lot of carbohydrates as well for energy. Pasta without all the stuff on it, and potatoes and things like that.
Whole grains and rices are so much healthier for you than white or processed rice. For perfect brown rice, bring 2 cups of water to a boil. Add 1 cup of brown rice. Then reduce the heat and cover. When all the water is absorbed in about 40 minutes, it's done, and you'll have a delicious complement to your meal. In my daily diet, I eat lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, and I follow the guidelines by eating fruit first and not overcooking the vegetables. I eat at least 1 raw salad a day and try to eat whole grain breads, cereals, and brown rice whenever possible. Try to avoid preservatives, artificial flavoring, salt, and sugar. I substitute mustard, lemon, and honey instead. Now, chicken, turkey, and fish are delicious alternatives to eating red meat. You'll be amazed at how much lighter and more energized you'll feel, and you'll still get the amount of protein you need. And when you do eat meat, I recommend a lean cut or a farm-grown source if possible. You'll find it tastes much better, and in most cases it costs the same. Try not to eat meat with starches like potatoes, bread, or pasta. Instead, eat it with vegetables and salads. They're better for you and will allow your body to digest your food more easily. And you'll look good and feel good. Exercise is a way of moving with your whole body, not just a series of isolated repetitions and strain. Even simple movements can be exercises. All the exercises I will show you start with the basic idea of full rhythmic breathing. Inhaling, and more importantly, exhaling, and moving that energy outward from the center of your body. Using your abdominal muscles when you breathe, this will hold your stomach in, draws your waist smaller, Hold your chest high and pull the muscles up long and firm from your buttocks and legs. Now, using your abdominal muscles when you breathe in while doing other exercises helps you to focus and concentrate on your body. This focus and concentration makes the exercise more enjoyable and beneficial for your whole well-being. Watch and see what you'll be able to do in just a few weeks when you learn the basic warming up and stretching exercises. Hold onto your waist with both hands. With your knees bent, keep your feet parallel to the floor and relaxed. Use the big muscle around your torso to inhale and exhale. Repeat 3 times. Holding your torso steady with the palms of your hands pressed against your stomach, inhale as you raise your right knee. Exhale and lower. Alternate legs and repeat 3 times. Exhaling on a count of 3, raise your chin to your chest. Inhale and lower your head to the floor. Repeat 3 times. Straighten your left leg to the floor and point your right foot upward. Bend your knee to your chest, straighten and lower. Alternate legs and repeat 6 times. Knees bent, lying on the floor, exhale and curl your body up and grab hold of the back of your knees. Inhale and slowly lower your body to the floor. Repeat 4 times. Sit up with feet apart and hands on your hips. Clasp your hands palms up and raise them over your head. Exhale and bend over your right side to your foot. Inhale and straighten up. Exhale and bend to the left towards your foot. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and repeat 3 times. Exhale, reach and stretch your right hand and then your left hand up, as if you're clasping a rope. Alternate hands, stretch and climb, and repeat 15 times. Hands on your waist, feet apart. Lift your rib cage away from your pelvis. Exhale and bend from the waist to the floor. Inhale, now lift up and lean back while bending up knees and feet. Exhale and straighten, and repeat 4 times. Inhale. Using the inside muscle of your thigh, flex your foot up and bend your knee. Straighten, point your foot, and exhale. Repeat 3 times. Now, take your right ankle and pull it towards you. Inhale and pull your left ankle. Then exhale. Repeat 3 times. Also, try it with your legs doing all the work. Inhale with your left leg folded in with the right leg stretched out. Clasp your hands over your head. Twist to the right and bend over to your right foot. Exhale, pull yourself up and twist your torso back to front position. Get ready to change legs as you bend to each side. Repeat 3 times. Inhaling with your right leg folded in, clasp your hands over your head. Bend over your left leg. Exhaling, pull yourself up. Inhale and twist your torso to the front. Exhale and repeat 2 times. Switch legs and repeat again. Standing feet parallel, shoulders over your hips. Exhale and fold over from your waist. Grab your knees and bend twice. Inhale and straighten. And do the sequence 3 times. With your hands on your waist, turn your feet slightly out with your shoulders over your hips. Exhale and bend your right knee over your right foot, keeping your left leg straight. Inhale and straighten. Now to the left side. Exhale, bend, inhale, and straighten. Now bend your knees over your toes. Repeat this whole sequence 4 times. Try this also with your arms out to your sides. Repeat the same exercise again, but this time with your hands clasped over your head and your palms turned outward. Repeat 2 times. With your legs apart on the same line, pivot to the side. Keep your back leg straight with both heels on the ground. Bend your front knee and shift your weight forward. Then straighten. Keep your front leg straight and shift your weight backward to your back leg and bend. Repeat this sequence 4 times. Now, switch to the other side. Remember to control shifting your weight by using your abdominal muscles. Repeat 4 times. Well, congratulations. Now, this simple program done on a regular basis will get you into great shape and keep you that way with a minimum amount of effort. But don't forget to consult your physician before beginning any new exercise program. So relax and enjoy yourself. What about exercise? Is there any special program that you use?
I don't consider it a program because I think that the important thing about exercise is that it isn't monotonous and it isn't routine, and because otherwise people give it up. So I do whatever I'm interested in that day, but I just take an hour out a day, and I do, if it's play tennis or swim, or I love to fly trapeze, which is unusual, but I use a trampoline, or I may jump rope, or I may just turn on, some loud music and just boogie.
You're beautiful, and you've worked hard at developing your own inner beauty. True definition of beauty is having a strong self-confidence. If you develop faith in yourself and assurance in your ability to succeed, you will succeed. Confidence is the quality of mind that brings success and happiness. Self-interest, caring, and commitment are the most important requirements for obtaining the best results from a complete beauty program. The effort, enthusiasm, and self-knowledge you invest in the beauty basics you've learned will help to make you the best you can be. The priority you put on your health and beauty program shows that you know how important it is to look good and feel good. Remember, you're beautiful.
Every time I see her, I feel soft and warm inside. Who is this lady with no emotions to hide? She shines with happiness and a love that's hard to find. Strong and yet so weak when she captures your mind. She's a lady, a child with a dream, a princess in a castle. She's every man's dream. Flowers in a garden, some are growing wild. So fine. Everything I need when my world ain't going right. Like a soft and silky breeze on a long hot summer night. So graceful when she's moving and vibrant when she's still. Source of so much ecstasy which no one else can fulfill. She's a lady, a child with a dream, a princess in a castle, and a queen by every means. Flowers in the garden, so beautiful, so wild. She's mine. She's